chose to get tickets and take a chunk out of your day to come here to be here. God did not create us to simply just create us. He created us for a purpose and for a reason. So from the time that breath is put into our body, it was for a reason, it was for a purpose. So today is clear to me, appreciate it. I probably end up still holding the mic without being out tonight. Can you guys hear me okay like this? Everyone hear me in the back? It's Pride. Y'all can hear me? Okay. So it's clear to me today that you made a decision that you choose to live before you die. And the reason I say is that because there's so many people in grave sites right now who died before they even got a chance to live. And one way that you can guarantee that you will live before you die is for you to be able to fulfill your purpose and realize what your purpose is. Steve Harvey has said if you can think it, that means that you can hold it. That means that you can obtain it. I was in Florida speaking to a group of young men at a military academy. And I asked one of the young men, what is it that he wanted to do with himself? And he said, I don't know. He said, I don't know, I never thought about it. It's imperative that we take the time, that you take the time to even think about what it is that you want for yourself. What is it you care about? What is your vision? What is your passion? Because once you do that, you actually give God something to stir up. Without those thoughts, you don't get a spirit of anything to work with. Now, Don and I were just talking about these three words. I don't know. What I ask from you today, for every question where there's an I don't know answer, without certainty, it should spark a certainty in you that you find an answer for it. 100%. I used to tell my kids all the time, once they got to a certain age, I don't know is not an answer. You're too old to tell me, I don't know. So for anything that you got a question about and answers I don't know, you need to know. Answer, I don't know, it makes you think. Think and produce dreams. And in dreams, revelations are revealed. So we're here for the I Have a Dream workshop. I have a dream. To dream is just a series of images and thoughts that run through your head when you sleep. So one thing that I've learned, I don't know if you guys experienced this, but God reveals a lot to me in my sleep because I've already begun to think of some things. So now he's stirring it up. So I'm waking up in the middle of the night, taking notes, got a voice recorder, because honestly, I don't know how your mind is. I'm not going to remember it. So I take the time to write it down. So I encourage people to always write those things down when you wake up and as God begin to reveal things to you. I'm going to have to hold this. I feel so awkward with things beside me. So I encourage you to take notes when you dream, and because that is a lot of times God revealing things to you and God speaking things to you. So there's a thing that happens once you begin to start getting these revelations. So part of dreaming the way you begin to contemplate. You begin to envision, anticipate on actually doing something about those things that's being revealed to you. And that's the point where a lot of us stop. You know, we have these great ideas and we can't share them with anybody. We have everything that's up here and we're trying to figure out how we're able to make this thing happen. But there's one thing that sometimes stops us that we don't realize, and that's this thing that's called forgiveness. Now, you know, if you're in a relationship with someone, whether it's a spouse, siblings, friends, or whoever, if there's a bump in the road and there's a need for forgiveness, if you don't truly 100% forgive, there's always an elephant in the room. That relationship can never truly manifest on the level that it should, right? How it used to be. But the forgiveness that I'm speaking about is forgiveness of yourself. Some of us can't move forward and move on past the contemplating, the anticipating, the considering, because we haven't forgiven ourselves before mistakes that you may have made. So we're talking about we may have got into a marriage too early. Might have married the wrong person. May have dropped out of school, had a kid too early. Maybe you tried to pursue your dreams and you failed. You got to give yourself permission today to move on. Forgive yourself, move forward. Because all those things really just turn into excuses. None of us are perfect. We all make good decisions, we make bad decisions. None of us can prosper if we lean strictly, if we don't forgive ourselves for our failures. Y'all excuse me. I got asthma. I'm trying to keep it under control. So once you thought about it and you allow God to stir the gift up, then you begin to allow God to reveal things to you. And then you start considering these are things that you want to do. This is where you get yourself in the process of sharing your information, start letting people know what it is that you want to do. These things, your visions, you're going to share your vision boards with people. When you share your vision boards with people, one thing that I know, well, let me ask you this, do you know of anybody who shared their visions with you? They want to start a business, organization, write a book, climb the tallest mountain in Africa, which I don't know why they would want to do that, but everybody's purpose is their purpose. And then you see them 2 or 3 years down the road, and you say, hey, how's that book coming along? Or how's that organization coming along? And they say, oh man, I ain't got a chance to do it because of this or because of that. The only thing I'm really hearing is excuses, excuses, excuses. So the question is, are you speaking things to other people that you're not actually producing receipts for? This is your vision. If you speak it, it's time to walk it like you're talking.
Walk it like you're talking, baby.
I worked at UPS for 25 years. Give you a quick testimony about what a vision board can do for you. Had a vision board on my wall for many years and worked there a few years for part-time. 16 years I drove a truck. My last 4 or 5 years, I was a part-time supervisor. Now this is a long story, but I'm about to make it like too short, like super short, because there's some good stuff in it. But basically I went to my supervisor and I said, hey man, I need to get it from behind this truck because God has a purpose for me and it's not behind this truck. I want to go into a part-time management position. They told me that that's not something that has ever happened. They have never known that to ever happen, but they didn't tell me I couldn't do it. So I contacted Human Resource, got this ball rolling. Even when I took the test, when they told me I shouldn't take the test, they said if I failed the test, it'd be 6 months before I could take it again. Took it anyway, passed the test. Making a good long story really, really short. Sitting in my office at Our Father's Mat and LC Smith and Associates. Get a phone call from Human Resources. And basically, she told me that I got the position. She didn't think I was gonna take the position because of the pay. When she told me how much the hourly pay was compared to what I was making before, I just held the phone. I told her, let me call you back. Called my wife. Told her, her response was, I trust you. You always make great decisions. Whatever you decide to do, I got your back. Now that's a whole nother story, testimony, vision of his own. Because it's important to have people in your life who actually support your purpose.
That's right.
And your mission. Sat at my desk, got on the phone with her, sat at my desk, and I said, you know what, God? I didn't put any stipulations on this request. I only asked for the door to be open. I didn't ask for a certain amount of money. I just asked for the door to be open. A door open that they basically said could not be open. So I said I would be a fool to close a door that God opened that they say couldn't be open. But not only that, I had to kind of walk it like I talk it because I was known for saying that UPS was not my sustainer. I always said God was. I was put in a position where I had to put that to test. Easy decision. Got on the phone, called the supervisor, called the human resource, told her, I'm in, let's go. She said, are you sure? Once we do this, over. So I'm good. Got on the phone, didn't even call my wife back. Didn't think nothing else about it. I'm glad I'm about to start this part-time journey to give me more time for my full-time purpose. Got a phone call 30 minutes later. Human Resource Department called me back and said, just want to let you know because you took the position that they decided they're going to give you, they already gave me a pay amount. They made a decision that was going to give me $13 more an hour on top of what it is that they told me at first.
Wow.
I ended up being the highest paid supervisor in the district. Probably the highest paid part-time supervisor UPS ever had. They made sure they reminded me of that like quite often. So I did it about 4 or 5 years. But I want to share that with you because it's this thing that's called faith when it comes to your purpose.
That's right.
You have to believe and you have to know that God is not going to lead you wrong. If I had closed that door, if I was based off the pay, if I had closed that door and said, I cannot do it because of the pay, it would be from that day, from then until now, it would be 7 years of a dream of mine that'll still be dragging dead.
Hey! We don't want no drink. Just saying.
You all have a dream. You're a creator of your destiny. And in order to create, you gotta do what? You gotta work. You gotta put the work in. There's no easy way around it. Did nobody say it's gonna be easy? But I promise you, waking up every morning, it's gonna be worth it. So today, since we already declared no more excuses, today, 2019, in this building, we declared no more excuses, no more negative people, no more negative thoughts, no more procrastination, because if you ask me, procrastination is a sign of fear. No more self-doubt. Let's embrace self-empowerment, confidence, self-belief, that fighting faith that I was talking about, positivity. As you create these boards, these vision boards, these beautiful creations of images and thoughts that God has revealed to you, for you to be able to see on a daily basis to bring it to fruition, I'll leave 4 things for you. Number 1, life is going to happen. We can't get from that. Every single year, trials and tribulations will come. So we can't let that be an excuse why we don't move forward for what it is that God got for us. Number 2, whatever it is that you say, whatever it is you're probably afraid to do, more than likely it's probably what you're supposed to do. I decided a long time ago, I turned out an opportunity, a speaking opportunity, because I was afraid. Speaking is something I've been terribly afraid of doing. But it's something that's on my vision board, because I know I have some things to share. You cannot allow fear to shackle you from moving forward. If you're afraid to do it, you're probably supposed to do it. Number 3, be mindful who you share your visions with.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Everything that you decide to do today is not for everybody to know. People can be extremely discouraging for whatever reason, and their reason doesn't even matter. You just have to know who you can confide in. The young lady who started the company Spanx, she failed at a lot of things because she had so much negativity in her life. Her family didn't support her, always was negative. When she started Spanx, she made a decision that she would not tell anybody what was going on until she got so far into it, there was no turning back. And that young lady is a millionaire now. I'm sure nobody in here wears Spanx. But if so, I said, I don't know. If so, she thanked you because she's a millionaire now. But she stopped telling everybody about her dreams, because I'm sure if she had taken that to the same people too early on, they're probably like, man, nobody's gonna wear that. And that's another $1 million dream flushed down the toilet. Lastly, believe in yourself without a doubt. If you've been equipped with purpose, that means he's equipped you with favor. If you've been equipped with favor, you've been equipped with the desired results that you wish for yourself. It's already done because his purpose is gonna be fulfilled. He just needs a vessel to work through. All you can do from now, from this day forward, starting today when you create these things, no more excuses. Just like you speak it, you gotta work it. Just like you talk it, you gotta walk it.
That's right.
Visionaries, I wish you luck. Thank you for having me. Good luck.